RockRider ST120. It's a budget mountain bike from Decathlon, and in today's video I'm going to take it outside and see what it's capable of. I'm gonna do a climb test, I'm gonna do some trail riding, we're gonna check the brakes, the shifting, the tire performance and how the overall bike feels on the road. The bike comes with an 18mm travel fork, 160mm mechanical disc brakes, a 1x9 transmission with a 32-tooth chainring and an 1136 cassette, 27.5x2 tires and an aluminum frame in two color variations. My height is 1.73 meters and size M is perfect for me. And now we are good to go. We're gonna take this bike to a real challenge and see if it can climb a slope with 21% incline. And up we go! Let me tell you one thing, this bike can really climb if you have the legs for it. We're hitting now the really steep part. Almost there. Okay, so I've made it to the top. This bike can really climb, but like I said, you must have the legs for it. Just a plane taking off. You would think that in this configuration the bike can climb with 32 tooth on the front and 1136 cassette on the rear. But honestly, like I said, I'm really impressed by how good this bike can climb. Okay, so now that we've done with the climb test, we've come to the local trails, some light trails in here, so we can test this bike furthermore. And we're gonna look at the fork to see how well it performs. By using this knob you can adjust the fork to your own weight. So if you turn this to your right, it increases the kilograms, and on the left it decreases. Okay, I set it to my weight, 75 kilograms, and we should be good to go. I'm not sure honestly if this will do something, but we'll see. Okay, so far the fork seems to be doing something. Honestly, I wouldn't think it would absorb the shocks at all, but I'm quite surprised. It kind of works really good. Descending on ice. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, so the fork seems to absorb quite good the small bumps, and that knob adjuster, it's not there only for design. The first thing that I would replace on this bike are these plastic pedals. I would put some aluminum pedals, nothing too crazy, like $10 or $20, and you are all set. The brakes were a little bit shady, but after making a few kilometers they seem to came through, and they are working pretty decent, honestly. I'm impressed by these tires and how well they perform on snow. Excellent grip. So let's talk a bit about the bike cockpit. The grips are really great, super sticky, I like them. The brake levers require a bit of force when you press on them, but nothing too crazy, I could live with that. In fact, let's have a quick look at the braking power. It has some sort of a ring bell, a light here, but I honestly recommend you change that if you plan to ride the bike at night, because it's more of a light that makes you be seen than to see with it. And the shifters here you have an indicator, which I saw that it's kind of moving left and right. I don't know, looks kind of rubbish, but we'll see. Time will tell. A nice touch is that the seat post clamp, it has a quick release, so you can easily adjust your saddle. Both wheels have quick release. I think that's great. Let's talk a bit about the bottom bracket, which in my opinion looks a little on the slim side, but time will tell if this will not fail. Another nice touch are these mounts, which will allow you to easily attach mudguards and the rack. Now it's time to take the bike on a longer ride to see how it feels. I am doing a 20 km route, which has 2 climbs that together will add over 400 meters of elevation to the ride. So far the bike is working great, it shifts nicely, the tires make very little noise, and I like the overall feeling. Here we are climbing again. I'm on a slope with about 8-9% incline, and I still have 1 gear left in the rear. I hope you could see that, because I'm not doing it again. One thing I noticed while descending, I was spinning out, but this is totally expected with the 32 chainring. I am on a 2.5 kilometers climb with an average grade of 9%. My last cog is engaged in the rear, and I'm starting to feel it a little on the legs. It's not hurting too much, but certainly I could use a larger cog on longer climbs. So I survived the ride. The bike felt great, except for the part where I could use a bigger cog, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. I'm heading back home because I'm freezing. So, is this the supreme mountain bike of all times? Well, of course not. But this bike does exactly what it claims. It delivers a lot of fun at a reasonable and affordable price. Could this bike be improved by Decathlon? Of course. The bike could use some hydraulic disc brakes, aluminum pedals, 1 bigger gear for climbing in the rear, and wider tires. But with these improvements the price would rise, and I think it will surpass the barrier of a budget bike. Don't get me wrong, if you are a beginner mountain biker, this could totally be your first bike. It's a great and capable bike to spin around town, on lighter trails and even on longer rides. But it stops there. If you are an intermediate rider and you want to get more serious into mountain biking, then I suggest you look for something else. So as a general conclusion, overall this is a great bike, especially if you are a beginner and you are just starting out mountain biking, or if you want a bike to spin around town on a daily basis.